Hello everyone, how you doing? Welcome back to another Microsoft Flight Sim video. And in this one, being as we've been driving the Fife Circle in TSW this week, I thought we'd just take a very quick flight and go and have a look at the the Forth Bridge, but from a different angle. I've been over the Forth Bridge quite a few times in TSW this week. Let's go and have a look at it from the air, shall we? So I've set up a very quick flight, which is going to take us from Fife Airport, which is where we are now. There's a lot of F's in this. It's not doing my teeth any good. This is Fife Airport. We're going to take off. We're going to fly over what I think is Dunfirmline Athletic Football Ground. And then we'll turn to our left. We'll fly towards Inverkeithing and then across the bay, across the Firth of Forth. God, too many F's, honestly. I picked a bad one here. The Firth of Forth. We'll see the Forth Bridge on our right-hand side. And then we'll go out a little bit to the coast and then swing in for a landing at Edinburgh Airport. So that's what we're going to do. So there's a little bit of setting up that I need to do first. So I'll set the cruise altitude as we set off. We need to be 2,400 feet. That's the first thing I need to do. We'll engage the flight level change. That's the other thing. And 74 is the safe climb distance. So I'm going to set that first before we take off. There's not a lot of prep to do, but I'm going to get the airplane to fly itself with the G1000 pretty much. We're in the Cessna 172, by the way. So let me just set this to 74. That's good. Okay, heading mode first before we take off. The last thing, we want to fly the runway heading as we take off. So let's just do that. Then we'll engage the GPS once we're in the air. So 242 for that, I believe. At this stage, that is all I need to do. So, right, let's take off the parking brake, put the throttle in, and here we go from Fife Airport. So that custom waypoint that you can see over there in the distance on the left, that is our first little point on our navigation. And you can see on the second screen over on the left, you can see the actual plan itself. So let's put the autopilot on, which will take care of our altitude. In fact, I can put nav mode straight in, so we follow the magenta line. Let's take a quick look outside as we rise to 2,400 feet. So over that side is where the Forth Bridge is, so that's where we'll be heading.
Edinburgh approach Cessna Golf, Tango India November, is type Cessna Skyhawk 1 mile southwest of Echo Golf, Papa Juliet, 900 feet.
Let's let ATC do its thing.
To transition Charlie airspace.
Cessna Golf, Tango India November, Edinburgh approach. Squawk 4744.
Squawk 4744 Cessna, Tango India November.
So I've got the air traffic control.
November radar contact 2 miles southwest of Echo Golf, Papa Juliet, 1,400 feet. Cleared through the Charlie airspace.
I've got the air traffic control set to automatic, so I don't have to do anything with it. So it just interrupts you a lot, that's all. But on this flight, we shouldn't get too much of it. Now, just over here, you can see just where the cursor is. That's the Forth Bridge there that we've been going across in TSW4 just this week. So we'll pick that up once we get to the 2,400 and we level out a little bit. But this is all being flown by the aircraft right now, so that makes it a little bit easier to do some sightseeing, I think. Let's take a look outside. Got Kinross Airport over there. There's Fife behind us. So we're levelling out, so we'll start to pick up speed now, so I just need to reduce the throttle just a little bit. I'll let the speed come up just for now. So this is the standard 172 again that comes with Microsoft Flight Simulator. All I've done is change the call sign and the registration letters on the back. You can see it's G-tin on the back. So I'm going to reduce the throttle just a little bit, get it in the green. And that should be fine. Just keep an eye on that now. Let's go back inside and have a look. So you can see on the flight plan over here, if I just zoom out a little bit, you can see this is where Dunfirmline Athletic is, and then we are sort of turning towards the edge of the coast where the Forth Bridge is. We'll follow the Forth Bridge along. And then what we'll do is we'll head along this coast, this headland here, and this down at the bottom is Edinburgh. So we'll swing it around and we'll land at Edinburgh. That's the plan. You can just see over on the left hand side. You can see actually we're being bombed here. You can see the Forth Bridge is there. The two road bridges are there as well to the right of it. So once we get to this custom waypoint, we'll be turning towards that. And if you've been playing TSW, it'll be fairly familiar to you once we do get to this point. You should see the football ground in front. You can just make it out in the distance. That's an unusual crop circle type thing there on the right hand side, isn't it? It's almost like, must be a quarry or something, I assume, with the circles. See that? Very strange. Some of the scenery, because it's taken from above, it looks quite flat, but in reality that's probably some kind of hill. But occasionally the scenery does look flat just because of the way they've done it, but it's still very good. You can see the what looks like a motorway, which is heading towards the road bridges there, just beneath us. Here's the football ground coming up right in front of us. So we'll make the turn. Our second waypoint is there on the left. You can see it, 3.9 nautical miles away. That's Inverkeithing. That's just past Inverkeithing, actually. So we should start to go left. Let's just zoom in a little bit so we can see the football ground there. Here's the turn, here's our first turn. And then we should pick up the railway fairly soonish as we head towards the bridges. And the railway coming this way, once you're over the Forth Bridge, of course, it does go into a tunnel pretty much straight away. But it's just nice to see it from this angle. So I think we might do this for a few of the routes that we got in TSW and just do a comparison. So Fife is over there where we came from. We're gonna, once we get to this waypoint, we're gonna follow that headland out to the left there once we get across the water, which will then enable us, well, enable the autopilot to swing us right in for Edinburgh. It should line us up with the runway if I've done it correctly. So there's the two road bridges there off to the right hand side, and then the Forth Bridge itself. The line comes across, as I said, and then disappears under this hill into a tunnel. It's slightly faster by aircraft.
Is 5 miles north, 2,400 feet with Quebec to land.
Cessna Golf, Tango India November, Edinburgh Tower. Altimeter 29er.9er, 2 wind calm enter left base runway 24.
So we're already clear to land.
India November, wind calm, clear to land runway 24.
But that's fine, because we're not going to follow that pattern entry. We're gonna go our own way and do it out to this left-hand side. But there is the Forth Bridge. So there's another view of it. Looks pretty good, doesn't it?
Cessna Tango India November, please acknowledge.
Right, it's asking me to acknowledge, which is a bit strange. I'll do it anyway.
Clear to land runway 24 Cessna, Tango India November.
We'll get in trouble if we land without permission, you see? So I'm surprised there's not a few more ships in this area. So we're leaving that behind. You can see there's Edinburgh Airport right there. That's where we are coming into land. But let's just check where we are as we turn. What we can probably do actually is let's just see if it lines us up, just out of interest. I think it is actually going to line us up, you know. It's actually going to take us... It's going to take us over the top, so we don't want to really do that, do we? Let's take off the autopilot. And we'll reduce the speed. That is runway 24 over there, so that is where I'm going to come out this way a little bit. And I'm going to swing it round to land. Let me zoom back out a little bit again. Let's just see where we are. We're a little bit high, but we're losing height, so that's fine. We'll just fly it in manually, just keeping an eye on the speed. We should have gone in via the pattern entry, but it doesn't really matter. Not for the sake of this video. So we'll hop back in. Altitude is too high, that's fine. We'll get the altitude down. And we'll take some speed off. Put some flap in, and we should probably... Do we need to announce final? I don't think we need to announce it, so that's fine.
500.
There's better ways of doing these landings. I was going to do the landing actually by using the navigation, but it's fine. Okay, the speed's good. Just pull the nose up slightly. Get down safely. 66 on the speed. That's good. Just pull the nose up a little bit. There we go. Right, let's reduce the speed. We missed that taxiway. Could have gone that taxiway, but it's fine.
Cessna Tango India November, turn next taxiway.
Yep, we can do that. Let's just raise the flaps. I think the next taxiway is at the end of the runway. So if you want to get down, you've got to get down and then be ready to take it left there. But it's fine. We're down. So that was our little tour. It's quite quick by here, isn't it? We came from Fife, came across via Dunfirmline, and then we came into Edinburgh Airport. We came into Edinburgh Airport actually a little bit earlier than I wanted to. I wanted to fly a little bit more up the coastline, so I need to look at that. I don't know why it did that. I've done this several times and it's been fine. But anyway, we landed. That's the main thing. So I'm going to taxi round to the gates there at Edinburgh Airport. So I hope you've enjoyed it. Please do give me a like. If you want to see any other flights over the TSW routes, let me know down in the comments below. I'm quite happy to do that. But until next time, if we're going to get a word in, I will see you on the next one. Take care, everybody. Bye for now.